3, 4. It's moving day with Brouver Hoog. Yes, Movement Scoia'tael actually lives within Brouver, being able to move 3 units within a game. And moving units is really strong because, well, there's a couple of things you can do. You can move units and fill up a row, which means that your opponent can't put units into that row anymore. You can also disable a lot of units that need to be on a certain row for things to happen. Units that have a specific row reach, or if they just have to be on the melee row or the ranged row. In addition to that, you have things like Lacerate that doesn't have a cap, really. I mean, it does have a cap. The cap is 18, and that's an amazing card for 7 provision cost. So the cap is 18, right? So you have that as well. And you just, now I'm not really sure what happens. I don't think if Rock Barrage kills anything if it can't move it, like it was advertised to in Live Gwent. And then we've got some other stuff that I really, really wanted to do. We have Triss and Rain again. This is like the third or fourth deck I've tried this with, and I still have yet to draw Triss into my hand. We almost had it with Markthius, but he Viper Witchered it. Ugh! So let's try it again. We even I've been running Royal Decree with these decks. I still haven't gotten Triss yet. But Marching Orders pulls Triss. So this one, I think I was like really, 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 really wanting Triss because this is the movement deck. So we have Marching Orders that pulls Triss. We also have Renew for Triss. If she doesn't tutor the bronze card, which we still haven't figured out, because we still haven't played Triss yet, if she doesn't tutor it and copies it like it is on live, then we can play her in round 1 and round 3. I just think that the deck just seems like on paper has everything it needs. It's got a whole bunch of ways to move stuff. Riot, Strays, Rock Barrage, Brouver himself. And, of course, you can move stuff and save your own stuff, and you can move stuff up and back and all over the place. And I just think it might actually be really, really something. Let's give it a try. Moving Day, Brouver Hoog. And I'm taking on Back to Kill. This is a little bit of another little celebrity showdown, perhaps. You might know Back to Kill. He's been streaming Gwent for a really long time, playing it for a really long time. And there he is, right there. Challenge accepted. Loading tactical advantage. I mean, I think that this is going to be... I think this one's going to be a hidden gem. When I put it together, it looked like it was just, like, legit. And if Triss... Like, here's the thing. Let's say I'm wrong about Triss and the thing that she does. It's fine if she tutors out the Torrential Rain one turn and tutors out the Lacerate the other turn. Like, I think that this is probably... We might hate Rostack Dwarves more than ever, right? This might be... If this is as bad as it sounds to me on paper... But it also matters what Back to Kill is playing, because there's a lot of... I'm sure there's got to be counters to that. Especially if he's running a row buffing type thing, because I think row buffing is going to be really good. Row buffing and row damaging and movement seem to be like... There's a lot of value in those cards. They're really cheap. Like, anything that moves rows, like, they're 4 provisions. Like, if you're not removing stuff with damage, you're disabling it with movement, or you're locking it, or, like, you're... I guess, like, counting down to its doom if you're doing something like weather. But it's like, there's a lot of different things that require a lot of different answers. And not everybody's running, like, just one thing. So it means that, like, considerations of deck building right now are... I hope this isn't the most exciting time that we're having, because the game doesn't seem to cater to cookie cutter. It just doesn't seem like... I think, like, I want to believe that there's going to be flavor in everybody's deck lists. Like, in the future of Gwent Open, like, there's no way you're going to see, like, you see people run the same thing card for card right now in Gwent Open. And I would, if I'm a betting man, and I was actually betting, I would take a bet that there will be 2 deck lists at Gwent Open that's coming up this weekend that will be identical card for card. Just 2 out of the 8 participants and the 5 decks that they brought, the 4 decks that they brought. It's a pretty safe assumption that that's going to happen, but I actually think that is very unlikely to happen in the future with the way you build decks now. Like, it depends on how much you value movement. Or, well, not really, because movement is dirt cheap. But artifact removal, like, are you okay running the Bomb Heaver? Or do you want to run your faction-specific one that gives you 2 points back in your deck building? Like, and then the same can be said with anything, like with control. Like, do you want to run the Alzur's Thunder? Or do you want to pay a premium on units that deal 5 damage because that's really strong and you got removal plus you get ahead at the same time? There are going to be people who play different ways. There are going to be control players that can bring all 5 or all 4 factions and have 4 control decks. I just don't see it like that right now. I'm not even looking at this right now. Do I even have any artifacts? Let's get rid of this. We have it. We did it. We did it, guys. Okay. We did. Well, we had marching orders already. But now we're going to be even thinner. Oh, man. We can play Torrential Rain finally with Triss and pretend we're Dagon once again. What's up, everybody? Do you think CDPR is going to make more improvements before Homecoming releases? I mean, that's... By exemplar, my man. That's a little bit of a silly question. Do I think that they're going to make the game better after 3 weeks of feedback when the leaps and bounds from the last PTR is like... It's like you can't even see the last PTR from this. And that was 3 weeks. It's going to be 15 days. So it's like 2 weeks, sure. And Gwent Open is going on, yes. But I imagine that, like, the more I play, the less I think needs to change. And I'm talking about even the extreme stuff. Even what I'm looking at right now. Do you see how he just opened up here? You see how he just opened up here? This is exactly what I want. I'm Ro. I punish Ro. So, let's go. Okay, deploy on ranged. Okay, these are all mine. Now, am I tutoring it? If I'm tutoring it, I'm taking this first. Boy, I wish I had a lacerate, though. Or, like, really, like, anything else. Like, nothing else is really that great, is it? I don't even have boosts for my Mahakam Defender. Oh, well, no, I don't need a boost. I have Brouver. Actually, Brouver protects the Mahakam Defender. That's part of it. In fact, it's actually good. He started off by playing 4 units into this row. Like, that's actually amazing. Yeah, so I'll just play Mahakam Defender, and I think I'm gonna move him once for the boost. Yeah, I'll move him once for the boost, and then I can play... Well, no, I gotta move him up to the melee row because of the Mahakam Volunteers need to be on the melee row. So, okay. So I play him on the range row, move him up to the melee row, and then play Mahakam Volunteers. So we'll execute plan right now. And we will not use any of our other charges because that would mean we have to use all 3. We're good. Oh, man, when did the damage tick happen? I missed it. I was looking at my buffed unit over here. I guess it happened before this, but this distracted me. I was looking for the damage tick on the rain. Okay, so what are we at here? It's like he's got, so like this, he's playing what I imagine is like actually possibly overtuned stuff. Like, I bet you Tibor is here. I bet you Tibor is on top of his deck. And this is how I was looking at Nilfgaard too. The Witchers and Roach is way greedier than I thought. Okay, now we need to make up not that many points, considering this guy's growing. We definitely can do it on a pass. Vikovar Novice, so he just drew what Albric drew him, so he's probably going to play Calvet to replay this card too, I imagine. I should kill this card because of that. I should kill this. I should kill Albric. Yeah. I don't want him to replay it. Now is the time. He might run Renew. I mean, Allbreak is a really, really, really good card. I think, personally. And we're still very much within reach here. Brouver gives us 2 at minimum. Plus this guy's growing. There's the tick. Okay, it was right after the boost. It happens really fast. I have a lot of sounds off because there's like a lot of sound problems with the game, and I'm trying to minimize the suffering. Cantarell is going to play my top card. Ooh, Estray's a Spala. Not even that great for him. That's terrible. He basically just got 4 points. Like, that's actually, he basically just got played a 3-point card. Very, very good for me right now. As I'm still getting passively 3 points a turn. This guy could have gone down a lot sooner, but I'm kind of counting on maybe he can do some work in a future round. Now, it's not like my cards are setting the world on fire either. I'm gonna just thin because I really want to win this round. I mean, I should play this first. No, I play this first. No row matters here. No, this is good. I'm so well within reach. I'm fine going down a card, so I'm definitely fine playing this card now. Because the cards I have are much more valuable to me later. The rain has finally stopped. Ooh, Avalok. I'm going to lock him, I think, because what is he going to do? I'm scared about what he might do. So I think I'm just going to drop Kieran. Kieran doing what he normally does, moving and locking. Avalok not doing what he normally does, giving something immune on back to kill's next turn here. So he's going to be setting up something that I really probably don't want to be immune here when I actually have a fighting chance. Kieran also 6 points on the body is actually pretty damn good for a locking effect. You don't really sacrifice very much. But yeah, anyway, that is what I'm doing. I mean, does it matter? I don't want to create an Igni row. I've already created one. So I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, and I have a damage here. Just in case he has remove lock, because that is a thing. There are a couple cards that remove locks. And look, now I'm well within striking distance. And I'm on the red coin, as you might say. So I have definitely gotten my money's worth, because it's hard to fight against the tactical advantage if you want to set up. You want to set up, and they get to set up their engines first, and then they start raining terror while you're trying to do your thing. It's actually like pretty hard. So, the player on red going down 2 cards to win, and then the hand limit actually making it like a really interesting decision on open passing anymore. But at this point, the round is deep enough. Becker's Dark Mirror with the huge play, 11 points. If you missed it, Becker's Dark Mirror is like one of the cooler cards. If a unit's boosted, damage it by twice the amount, so nothing survives, basically. It's like an anti-tactical advantage card. And if a unit's damaged, boost it. So, like, there's a lot of things that can reduce the strength of a card, or, like, Imperial Golem is a really good example. So, that was a huge play, and now I'm not quite sure if, maybe I missed my pass. I mean, I can still be up a card. I don't remember what this gets me, and I need to make up a lot of points. So I need 13 points in 2 cards. I just don't think I have it. I have 4 here. I don't trust that this gets me 8 points. I can't go in. We've committed too many cards in this round for me to do that. So fighting for round 1 deep actually makes it less likely that you can go down cards to win. If that means anything at all to you, I can say with good certainty that that's just kind of how it feels. So Triss didn't tutor the rain. I just drew the rain. So that answers that question. So if you renew Truce, oh my god, that's a tough one. If you renew Triss, you can play 2 rain, 2 lacerate, 2 golden froth. I'm scared about this hand. I think I shouldn't keep this. Oh, well, I mean, we're going to get it done one way or another. I mean, this is arguably, like, just better. Now, yeah, and because I committed extra, he gets to play this. So how can I stop that? That's the card that he played with Albrecht. So this is going to be, it's going to be even cards for him because I don't think there's anything I can do, and I played my lock. Do I have any way of renewing that lock? This would be a great lock right now. I think I just need to make my biggest play right now, but I think my biggest play is marching orders. I think it's just going to pull one of these, though. So I should probably play the dwarf first. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough now. Back to kill. Yeah, he's showing me what's up right now. I have to play 2 cards, and he's going to get one back. Keep in mind, I'm on red coin in this game. I could have done it with Brouver, though. I think I could have taken that round, and now I really regret not doing it. I don't even know what this is going to pull me. It's probably just going to be a dead pyrotechnician, right? Oh, it's Dennis. Oh. Well, it would have been random anyway because I have so many 3s, so this like was not guaranteed. But I could have potentially made this more value if I just played one more unit first. Oh, you know what? I got it. All right, all right. I got it. I still have one more use. And we have Froth and Lacerate. We got not really crazy about these cards here. All right, this is close to me now. I think he's going to get one more card, and that's like a big deal because that card is at least 6 strength, and that's like basically like getting six from a card is just totally fine when you have an extra one. That's like the higher end. That's like the higher end for having an extra card. So Siri at 6 is, I think, a little on the high side. I have no mulligans? This sucks. My hand's bad. The only way I can win this is if I just get as much value as possible out of all of my row effects. But I have like 2 like useless cards. I didn't draw any artifacts. Rough. I am in a bad spot, my friends. And I'm pretty sure this guy is just going to get killed, but I have 3 movement effects and Brouver, which is way too much. I think I just have to just hope that the only way I can win this is hope that this guy lives and gets me enough value that I can somehow get there, because I have so much like row effects, row moving stuff. Power is like an awful card. Well, I mean, I think that I have like oh, well, that's good because I'm going to be able to like really abuse that, right? But Pyro, I mean, like, I have the Thunderbolts. Like, when you don't have any use for your Thunderbolts anymore, your Petrie's filters. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was bronze unit from your graveyard, Viper Witch, or don't care. It was a good burn, but I mean, I would have loved to have played that, but I don't think there was any way I could have drawn it. I like how the Strays of Spala, like, if you play it on range to a melee, it's like they scare them away. But if you want to move them to melee, it's like you have to step up to them and they, like, provoke them. It's, like, kind of a cool take on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has an answer for the dwarf. But I'm not sure. I mean, Becker's was the best answer, but like... Oh, interesting. I have to play melee, too. But then I can move it back. Yeah, I have to play melee to move him here. And then I have to play my other Dragoon to move this Dragoon back. And then at some point play the pyrotechnician, and then I swipe him, and then we all drink a round of beer, and then... But is it possible that we were trying to do the same thing here? I don't know. I think it's that the Siri is the game deciding thing. He hasn't even used Calvet yet. So he has Calvet and an extra card. He has to have... his hand has to be basically... I don't know how it could be more rotten than mine, but it would have to be. It would have to be more rotten, but he would still have 6 points and his leader. Like, it's... This Mahakam defender will have to live for the entire game for me to even smell victory, I think. But he did play a lot of tempo in round 1. Like, a lot. Like, the Witchers and Roach, and, like, that's a lot. Like, the Witchers aren't a huge budget, but Roach is, like, pretty huge budget. Oh, Village of Forts. Ah, that's good, man. That was good. And he's going to replay it. He's going to replay it now. No? Is he going to discard something? Oh, no, he's just going to play that. Pretty gross. That's a pretty gross combo. It's a pretty gross combo. Don't even know what I could say. If there was a faction that used, like, artifacts offensively against you, this guy would be really good. Like spies, but for artifact, like disloyal artifacts. I'd be down for disloyal artifacts. That sounds like a cool thing. You know, it doesn't sound like a cool thing, though, the rest of this game. I mean, the thing is, like, he's got Village of Forts in his hand. It's still close. My plays are quite... They're going to be pretty high-value plays. So we will see. Because I'm going to get 10... I'm going to get 20 points out of these last 2 cards. Or more, because he may continue to play on that row. But man, wouldn't it just be like Calvet to run an Igni? Because you can pick it up and play it again? Wouldn't it just be like Calvet to run... Well, no, again, Igni is melee only, right? I mean, whatever. I mean, if he has it, he dominated me start to finish in this game, so I just have to go for it. Just have to go for it. There's no way basically, if I'm not squeezing every ounce of value out of my cards, that's it. Because he's going to be able to play 2 things. It's going to be so gross. He's going to be able to Village of Forts his worst unit or my best unit. My best unit isn't going to be that great, though. Your game's glitch. You just played an emissary and it gave the boost, but it's still in my hand. Now it's on the board. So he was back to my... Actually, you know what? That was... I thought that was... I've seen that once before. Gabor. Where were you? Where were you when I needed you? Boom. I think I'm in big trouble. Like, if he has, like, lock units, those are really weak and they don't do anything. If he has, like, a bunch of other movement stuff that's low value, this Carquax is huge for me, right? Not that huge. Holy shit, man. That was a 16-point play. This is... Bactical's playing, like, basically everything that can be abused. He's playing it, I think. Bactical just took us to school. Oh, man. I'm glad that this... Take note, anybody who cares about balance. This stuff was nasty. Every play he made was pretty disgusting. And he got it all, right? Just play... I want him to play everything. Plus he... Oh, I mean, plus he had, like, the best 4 provision point card here. And the last card in his hand. Show it to me. No BM. Oh, it's the Village of Forts, right, of course. I'm not really sure why Village of Forts didn't actually... Why a unit didn't appear on my board after he played it. A unit didn't appear on my board. I mean, I was losing anyway, whatever, but I'm just saying. Should Vilgefortz not have played a unit when he used it offensively on me? I feel like that's for sure what should happen. Back to Kill found the bronze cards, guys. It's all in Nilfgaard. Yeah, that was some filthy stuff. That was some filthy stuff. And the deck, I mean, I was selling my deck as something that could have been like pretty disgusting, and then you showed me that one. Ooh. Woo. That seems a little too spicy. I don't know. Back to Kill, do you feel like that deck is tuned to the level of many other decks in this game? Did I get milled? Those combos were pretty intense. I mean, I'll break Tibor. Tibor is overtuned for sure, right, guys? Like, I would play a 10 strength Tibor that does the exact same thing. That can just like completely just nullify one of your units, and you'd still probably get like 8 strength out of it. It's so good. I had no units at the end. Oh man, that was gross. All right, let's move on.